So I played this map in a pub, and immediately I was like, "There's no way this can be in competitive." And I know, so take this with a grain of salt. I know that pros are going to like make these maps work because that's literally what we've done. Or I mean, that's what they've done every single year is make maps work. But I'm just gonna show you why they shouldn't be. That's what I'm making the argument for. So P1 immediately. I mean, and the thing about this is that in 4v4, it will be easier to control spawns as opposed to 6v6. I was playing this in a 6v6 hardpoint, which is obviously completely different. So in a 4v4, if you get 2 down, like 3 down, pretty easy to know where they're going to spawn. The spawns do make sense on this for the most part. In 6v6, I mean, there's just more randomness because people are everywhere, so there's going to be a lot of flip spawns. But P1, even though there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and then also an underground where you could all come from, so it's 6 different ways you got to watch. For the most part, if you kill them on one side, they spawn on either one side or they spawn on the other. And maybe one person might take a route through Broken, and Broken's actually a very big part of this map. And here for P2, like if you get 2 down for P2 and you have a full setup, it's pretty easy to hold, because when you have P2 from my time playing pubs, which was like 2 games on this map, or I think it was only 1 game, you spawn P1 like basically every time. So from P1 to P2, you either have to take the route or you have to just go straight. But when you go straight, boom, you're fucked. If you take the route, go through P3, he's on the stairs, fucked. And the only other thing is if you already have a guy being proactive, like sometime during P1, taking a route, going all the way around, and there's just like a lot of water. So, I mean, you can even go through the water. But, I mean, I would assume they'd be watching that, to be honest. So even if you take a route through the water, but it could work. And this hill, I kind of like it. There's like a lot of like spots to like actually have cover, but if you get like a 4 down, like I'm thinking if it's like good team playing against good team, there's definitely going to be a lot more openings if it's like a phase against a, no disrespect, like a rocker, especially like the rocker this year, or like phase against a challengers team. There's definitely going to be a lot more looseness on the map, I would say. And P3 is probably the most normal hill out of all of them. Like, usually the hills that are the best ones are when you either spawn on one side or you spawn on the other, and then there's a middle. But the thing about this hill is there's an underground, so if you're ever getting spammed by tax, you could literally just go underground. And P3 also leads to P1, which is fucking, I don't know how I feel about that. But the thing I wanted to talk about is the P3 to P4 to P5. So P4 is also another money hill. P4 and P2, my bad. Okay, so P4 and P2 are the money hills. Like if you have a setup pretty hard to break, you may be able to get him for a little bit, but you just keep spawning in the back, like no matter what. Like they have to like full flip you. P2, you do spawn out if they're in the back, but I mean, it's pretty easy to get it back. But I'm just thinking, like, this whole hill, because you have the whole hill here. You have so much space here. And this one's pretty easy, like the water route. You could have a guy who could literally watch all this. Gotta come across the bridge or go on the water. Like, water is, like, probably your saving grace here, because you're not going to be able to go across the bridge. And I mean, literally the other point is arches. You could either swim across arches, you got to go across the bridge, but they could hold it from over there, And then P5. P5 is what made me think this map was kind of like the London Docks, but I mean, P5 looks like the best hill, but it's not. But like for some reason, I just like how like the statue looks, but I don't really like the hill. I don't like how there's this big cover. Obviously you don't want it to be too open, but I think the reason why they put this here is because you could literally see the hill from top Broken, and there's a fucking zip line to get up there. So if you get like a 4 down, you could actually help watch the hill, especially if you have that side spawn. So if you have that side spawn, everyone on this spawn I mean, everyone on this side just spawns here. They either spawn here or they in there. So you're basically getting funneled. You have to go all the way around. If you haven't gotten broken, you're basically already trapped here. And it just keeps spawning you back here. Like when I played the map, there was a guy right here just like the whole time. And then like they had a guy up and broken. And it's a pretty easy, all these hills are pretty easy to hold. Like once teams actually figure out how to play this map, you're gonna see a lot more one-sided score lines. It's gonna be one of those maps where I don't recall the map in MW2 or MW3 where like you just trade back and forth. I think it was like early invasion in MW3 where it was like one side to the other, one side to the other. So if you had the spawns, you get a 60, they get a 60, you know, back and forth. Not gonna be so much on this map, but I'm thinking as the year progresses on and teams learn how to play it more, you're gonna see better hill holds. But at this time, everyone's kind of just playing them out to play it. But I'm surprised they aren't like learn, because I'm seeing this stuff like in a pub match like right away, and I was watching some teams scrim and it looked like they didn't really like know what was going on. I mean, granted, I mean probably playing for the first time, but probably because I've been playing like hardpoint pubs all day. Like I've only been playing hardpoint pubs because I don't really, because it's actually like a better way to learn spawns, even though it's just a 6v6. But even this hill, like in a 6v6, it seems like a hard hill to hold, but once you get like two down, either spawn on one side or the other, is easier to hold. Broken control on like P1, P5, and even P3 and P2, like for like 80% of the hills, 90% of the hills, is actually so big. And you're going to see a lot of teams probably emphasize it later in the year, to be honest. But, yeah, but P2, honestly, and something I hate about this map is obviously the water. And I even said this before. If all the water on this map was concrete or pavement, I mean, this would probably be such a good map. Like, such a good map. Like, I like maps with just, like, hallways like this, like, cuts and corners and shit like that. Like I love maps like that, but there's just so much water that it just ruins it. And I was thinking even this broken building, if they just turn this broken building into like another like monumental part of the map, but not the way it is, because right now it's like catered to water, because you could basically slide under here to get to P5. There's just so much water. You can even like so much water from P4 to P5 to P1, water, P3 to P1. You could basically swim to like every hill on the map. But I think P3 on this map, if it does get played, because they honestly have no choice. So even though I say these maps should not be played in competitive, they're just not viable. Like they're going to make some of these maps work. I think P3 is going to be like a byproduct to P4, because P4 is a money hill, so you don't want to be spawning on that side. Like, you don't want to be spawning on that side. You need spawns for this side. So this is where broken control is going to be so big on P3. Like, just a guy who could literally watch all the rotation. I mean, granted, they could swim under you, so that's where it kind of gets a little bit funky. But having broken control is huge. Or you're just going to see on P3, you're going to see probably a guy on each team going for early fucking rotation on this. You're gonna see the people that have this side spawn trying to like cut this off, and the people spawning on this side trying to get early rotation to P4 and flip the spawns, because flipping the spawns for this is very important. Like the second P3 pops, like for P2 you're fighting for those back spawns, but after like P2's like halfway over or like 20 seconds left, you're basically fighting for this side spawn a majority of the time. Because once P3 pops, you want this side for P4. And even for P5, you actually kind of want this side too, I would say. Because it's a way easier trap when you have this side and they're just spawning arches in there. And they have to come through P1. Like, they basically have to go arches, which is so easy to watch. Like, so easy to watch when they have to go through arches. So easy to watch from that side. And broken to watch this side, and I don't think anyone's gonna take the Omega wrap. I mean, maybe they might if they have the points afforded to actually give that up. But yeah, honestly, holding like this side spawn is gonna be so big for P3, P4, and P5. Basically 60% of the hills on the map all going to be dictated from one side spawn. But I mean, teams will probably figure it out later. You'll probably see a lot of it later. But yeah, I mean, I like the way this hill is, but it's just like very one-sided. This map's very one-sided. If all this was like walking space, like I'm thinking all this water, and I'm like, why can't it be pavement anyway? Look, you could literally like hop from like one hill to the other. Like, it's like fucking lava, bro. You know? It's like, what the fuck's that thing you used to play as kids? Hot tag? What the fuck's it called? Lava tag. Lava tag. That's literally what the fuck. Like, why couldn't all this be pavement? Like, you could literally hop everywhere. Like, boop, boop, boop. You could literally hop everywhere. It's actually so annoying. The fact you could just hop everywhere. Even over on the P2 side. Here, let's fucking go on the P2 side real quick. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys already played this map already, but like, what's the point of pavement when you could just hop? You know? But yeah, that's sort of how Lowtown, that's sort of my emphasis on it. But I mean, they're probably still gonna play it anyway. It does seem like I like the way the map looks. Like, it's a map that I would love to see played all the time. It's just like, with the way a lot of these maps, like if they just went onto Paint 3D, you know, if they went to Paint 3D and just changed some shit around, these maps could be good. But they just did like random unnecessary shit like this. Like, why does this big building have to be here? Why does the water have to be here? Like, I know they're trying to do like the French vibes, even though I think it's Italy, is it not? Yeah, Policia, you know, yeah, it's Italian. There's just so much unnecessary. Like, the water on this map kills it. Like, if there's no water, maybe like a small pool on one side, you know. But most of the map being made up of water kind of fucks this map. Like, if all this was concrete, I mean, this would be a pretty solid map. But the thing that the water does is it creates long rotations, which makes like this small map feel like a bigger map. But I'm not even sure if they even like fucking like intended on that, but that's how it feels. Like, the water makes this map longer. Like, if this was all concrete, it would actually probably feel a lot more like a smaller map. But yeah, but that's but they're probably gonna make this map work. I can see this map in the rotation, like, just because they don't have options. Like, maybe if they get more maps in season 1, season 2 maybe, you know, this map will probably come out. I mean, there's only 2 good maps. I mean, honestly, it's Rewind and it's Red Card, in my opinion. Like, for Hardpoint, for S&D, even S&D on Rewind. I mean, I'll break down another video. This is about Lowtown, but yeah, but this map is pretty much mostly going to be dictated by that side spawn. And a lot of these hills, P2, P4, even P5, a lot of these are money hills. Once teams figure out how to play this map, you're going to see a lot more one-sided score lines. Like, when the good teams play the really bad teams, you're going to see a lot more one-sided score lines. But when like Ultra plays FaZe, you may see a bit more, maybe a bit more chaotic, just because both teams are good. But if teams really hone in on how to play this map, it should be pretty one-sided score lines. But the reason why it can't be is because not every rotation you do is going to be flawless. So I mean, this is just coming from my head. Like, in a perfect world, if a team wins every single rotation, but you're going to lose gunfights in rotation, you're not going to know what routes you're taking all the time. Like, especially rotating to P4, like when P3's popped and you're rotating to P4, like when there's the individual battles going on, you got to watch arches. They could be swimming underneath. The person could be hiding at the boat, you know, people could be hiding. Like, there's going to be so much to watch in rotation and like a 1v1. So I mean, you could basically watch the whole thing from here, but you know, you could basically figure it out. But that's like my small thing on Lowtown. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Lowtown in the comments below.
Let's get it.
Alright, girl.
These boys will go hard. That's
So Cloud9 actually did play Lowtown, so we're gonna watch this and just see how it plays out.
Show be like that.
We're gonna watch this.
Let's go, come on.
They actually ran through like every map. I'm
Yes,
actually
sir.
impressed.
Where you going,
Yeah,
Kyle?
I'm gonna go
that's kind of
arcade.
what you gotta do. But I would
Like,
honestly
yeah,
just
yeah,
be
me
like,
too.
"Yep, this is not in." Just like
play, like,
assume
Outfront.
as much.
Let's shout out this window.
Honestly, they're gonna fucking send at least 2 left.
Okay, I'm going okay with you. Right, Kyle.
Left, right, arcade. Wait,
Arcade,
Nice, good shit, baby.
Be far left. People broken. People broken.
Same side. Oh, flip, turn.
Okay, play corner, play corner, play corner, play for the right. One's arcade on me.
I have your help arcade.
I give it up, I give it up. Yeah, team shoot this.
He's our
Kyle, get in the corner, Kyle, get in the corner. Get in the corner.
Arcade.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to hold. A lot easier to hold P1
Arcade.
Push two
than the
after.
4v4.
Last two on top. What's happening you? Still? Oh, good try. Easy weak.
Nice. I'm playing through. Hit it right on the right, whoever that is.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. I'm gonna go top here.
He's like close window, Millie.
Love how he's actually going through land when he could actually like swim right through, but
Hardpoint
located.
Right side. In the right hall.
I'm in the back in there, I'm in the back in there.
Arcade old, left side old. Yeah.
Just chase me, bro. You're actually a moron.
Hardpoint is active.
Those deep root stand on the back.
Still arcade. You spawn behind him. Yeah, the double push at mid. You probably spawn behind him.
Weak in art.
yeah.
Whatever
So like when they have control P2, I mean it's pretty
Dead
easy
body,
to
dead body,
hold.
dead body.
Get a kill.
That's where you have the guy.
I fought, yeah, I stole one on the back left, someone back left.
But, yeah, look.
I needed backside time.
There's
Dude,
two. Back left bridge.
fucking get him.
Nice, and back left.
Left bridge, left bridge.
Skyline dead. Left bridge at me still. I got
I stunned it, left
You
bridge.
really spawn mid, you either have to go straight or
Hearts on,
you
hearts
have
on
to
free,
go
hearts on free.
left.
Yeah, you just
Or you have to
got
take a right and go right.
Hey,
but
bro,
there's
what
no
is my
time.
luck?
Next is arcade.
Right side time and back side time.
My dick.
Next arcade, okay.
Arcade.
They're gonna take a
I'm
long
sorry,
run
my
around.
shit
Try to
was
pick it up.
loud.
Actually,
Holy
one mid,
shit.
one mid.
One's in the building.
Building, dead.
Close circle.
Dead.
Alright, dead.
Back up,
Say,
back up,
push
back
it, be
up.
close.
I'll block the tail pop.
Yeah, mid or no?
I'm mid. Look your mid from middle then.
Heard you.
Got my mid.
I've all the right, I've all the right. Nothing right. They're all going mid and
Got
left.
one their
Oh,
side.
the hell isn't popping?
One their
I'm
side,
playing,
close right.
Yeah, their side.
One shot, P1.
Shooting with you.
I spawn behind him, so they might spawn out behind you guys.
Yeah, turn.
Deep,
Turn.
yeah,
One
behind us.
arcade, yeah.
Insta broke.
Break through mid,
Middle dead, one more mid on me.
Should be gone on time. Yin dead, down now.
Oh, that's game, that's two.
I stun time.
Left. There's middle.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, P3 is.
No, they did.
Millie's weak. There's two their door.
Nice, one more the door, I think.
We got mid.
Nothing, man. I'm ironing it. Front of this, two front.
I'm stunning mid court, that's you done.
I'm choking us.
Trying to go through.
I'll bump you guys.
Deep right again. There's two on me.
I'm gonna go mid, bro.
I'm with you, Mac.
Go hit like a left route, yeah.
I don't want to force this shit.
One more's like in that room or something.
I hear in the room call out. He's right in the water or
What's
something.
behind you, middle?
One deep, one deep.
One shot roll.
I'm with you, Kyle.
Push right roll. Is there two at all?
I'm on new. One shot. Yin. He's going top mid, going top broken.
P3 is not bad. And like, notice how every hill it's not bad is like a hill where you either spawn on one side or you spawn on the other, and then there's like a side door where you could come from the side.
Good shit, Mac. Buy time for us.
Back door.
Those are usually like the best hills.
Front door too. Two on top. Oh, it might be getting like split front or something.
Backside time. I got naded.
Back.
Yeah, I got naded.
Behind the boat, like deep.
Close up behind the boat.
Close
The
up, one
deepest
close
part
left.
of the hill you can be.
And one's
Close
deep
left
left.
dead.
I'm looking. I'm on top broken to break this shit.
Deep in the depth. Nice, Mac. Play from front.
We up on top.
Very
I
weak.
Back right, barrels. Just spawn in the back. Yo, make sure we help progression new. Help progression on new. Help progression new.
Yeah, like if you aren't already there, I mean, P2 and P4 are basically money hills. They're basically money hills.
Shit, I'm running into walls.
That's fine. Yeah, what is new again? It's deep left guy. I'm going through broken right now. They're gonna try broken probably.
I'm trying to still have it on the left.
Oh, he's
I
top
want to
broken, that's-
see how P5 plays.
We get Tom?
Broken Reaper?
I'm pushing on the left still. Yeah.
Two broken.
They're looking through the windows.
And the fact you could see the hill from a fucking window, I actually never even like took that into account.
Yeah, I trolled.
Never
The
took that
restaurant,
into
one
account.
shot.
That makes the hill way worse.
Where's our top window?
Time weak. There's two on top of me.
He's
You could actually have a guy up in the window.
We going broken.
The water dead.
He's in the Nice.
On Tom somewhere, close left, maybe.
There's fine.
One shot, close left, Tom.
Get on time.
And one's behind you, behind you, behind you,
Two in
behind
the
you.
room still on you.
Still in the restaurant. They spawn behind us as well.
There's still max.
There's one behind us too. We
reset
should
the
go take mid routes if you can.
Yeah, man, I can go arcade. I can go arcade here. Cross.
I stunned
There's
time
two
free.
at old. One more on old.
I'm gonna take arcade. Okay.
Top rope. Teach for this next hill.
I have broken iron.
It was Reaper.
Yeah, I killed Reaper. He's right side town. There's two right side town.
There's two broken.
Yeah, and they
Rush
had a
that
guy
time
up
and
top
Omni.
there.
Bro, he's top broken one shot.
Not challenging. Yeah, he's still broken. Try to challenge me.
Trying to come down now.
Hardpoint is active.
I'm
I'm trying to make sure they don't touch. Just try to make sure they don't touch.
There's a window.
I was broken.
Like you're dead.
Get time to your office. Time broken.
What's top broken on me? Top broken on me.
Hold the right, hold the
Arcade
right.
me.
He's weak on the right though. Alright, we got ammo. He's going top broken. Going top broken. One top. Already went top. Close running you.
He's top broken still.
Yeah, I'll look you.
Going down.
Should go arcade or some shit. Or go top broken.
Yeah, arcade.
Arcade hit three.
One shot broken right side.
Stars have captured the
Arcade
hard.
not down. Arcade is dead.
Nice.
I'm not down.
There's two broken side town. One flanked the right. Two broken side town.
I think we need broken more than arcade. Look
So P1 on the
Just shout
second
mid, try
rotation,
guys.
how
Push
hard
right.
is this to
Yeah, double
hold?
room,
Or how easy is
One's
it?
top broken and one's outside.
Top broken one shot. Yeah.
Broken weak. Let's broken weak.
Okay.
Spawn on me. I'm trying to
That
kill.
guy's fucking moonwalking, bro.
Yeah, we gotta 60 this.
I'm fucking pressure too.
I'm gonna deep right.
One's top
Hey,
broken.
deep right is up.
Yeah, when he
In
keeps
the window, all my
spawning on this side, gets hard, bro.
Top broken. We.
Gets
Top
hard.
zip lining. Flank top.
They crossed your house. Yeah,
Top dead.
there's two. One more.
I'm
One
bugging
more.
really spawn in the back.
Pitch
And if they have P2 first, you're kind of fucked. But
On time. Dead.
Probably spawning back
They're
there.
all spawning in the back.
One shot. There's two. I just died from. There's two are there from. One to the back. One's pushing out the
Yeah,
right,
I'm
one
watching the
left
back. I'm watching the first stand cross.
bridge. Left bridge.
On time, weak.
Flash.
Go on time. They're both weak on time. Behind the car.
Time dead.
Missing two as well on the outskirts. Missing two behind you guys. Missing two behind you guys.
Yellow arches.
Yellow arches and right side bridge.
Flip spawns. Holy
He's
shit.
bargaining to the back. He's bargaining to the back. Mark.
Yeah,
What is?
Jumped out the window.
Water dead. Water.
On the right.
Bridge out. Much bridge out. This.
Absolute water.
Spawning on you guys. So I'm making sure we hold spawns for new.
Kill me.
Anton window and in the
I'll
back.
make sure we
They
hold
like flip spawns and they got the spawns like right back.
Someone like play like
Okay,
right
nice.
He's in that mid room.
Reaper weak. I need
on time, weak, Ian. Go upside town. And one's front arcade. We should get mid control. We should get mid here.
I
Front new melee.
I remember.
Stun in front. Yeah, I got it. A hard stun in front of you.
One more
Running
new.
in. Dead.
I
Nice.
spawned on the middle.
In front of this.
Two spawn behind us and three spawn behind us. Missing one front. Missing one front. All behind us. All behind us now. All behind us. All behind us. All behind
Got a
us.
trope on time.
I kind of feel like you want the other side
Yeah, I'm
spawn,
watching your back. When you watch your back, when you watch
especially
your
for
back.
P4. Okay, yeah, they did flip.
I'm watching. I'll have all
I
P1.
can shimmy
Look
your
at the right
broken
side of
kind
time.
I thought they were flipping the other way.
Broken. What are you doing? Top broken.
Nothing on the pitch.
There's car coming in
I
from
kind of feel there needs to be a person around broken because you can't give them, you can't give them P4 rotation side.
Auto dead.
That guy kind of trolled.
They're both one shot.
They're spawning new as well.
They're both one shot on time. We should
Yeah,
hit over.
Yeah,
When you
they
take a deep left right.
flip.
Enemy RCXD.
Close right, laying down.
P3 going into
Try laying down,
P4 is
try.
actually like
I ran through them. I started flipping.
it's honestly a
Just go mid, go mid,
byproduct.
go mid.
I actually
Don't
kind of
believe
feel
front,
like
don't believe
it's
front, just go mid.
a hill where,
You need to secure the back.
I mean, like we've seen a lot of hills like it where you use like 3 as a byproduct for number 4 because number 4 takes priority because literally number 4 is where you're gonna get the
Reaper
I can
dead.
help you if you need it. Let me know if you need it.
40, 50.
Alright, Drew. I have all the mid. Mid on me.
You're lucky. But I mean, obviously it's probably like their first times playing it,
Alright, Drew,
so
I'm waiting.
they're just flipping back and forth
In the
and shit.
Wait, one
The
more.
back?
Spawn there, spawn there, spawn back.
Like as the game develops, we're gonna be seeing a lot of fights over on like that P5 broken side on P3. You're gonna see people going broken earlier, probably trying to rotate if this map gets played
Watch my cross.
for competitive. I would have said it would not, but
Oh, that's the other side.
exactly like I said in the video, if fucking Fortress
Yeah,
made it
jump
in,
off that shit, Kyle. I can watch over you jump off that shit.
then the sky is the limit, bro. Any other map can make it in if fucking Fortress made it in, you know?
The bridge is dead.
Nice
good job.
Play over front.
Look at my back door.
Oh wow.
Follow me. Reaper, one shot.
Hostiles have captured
Make
the
sure they don't like.
It's
get out.
hard when they actually like spawn in the back, so after you get like a wave of kills, they're already there with fucking nades and
Keep them
tags
trapped. I'm
again.
blocking. Keep them trapped. Keep them trapped.
I'm
blocking, keep him trapped.
Trying to stay back.
I'm dropping tripping you.
When you guys.
And
when
if
you guys
you're
die,
a
I'll
really good
follow.
team, you can hit a P3, P4, P5 wombo combo because all 3 hills make like a fucking McDonald's
I'm not
arch,
blocking,
you know?
I'm gonna get time. Watch it. He'll pitch us spawn.
So you can basically hold that side for basically all
Waiting for
3
you to hop up.
hills. And then after it goes back to P1, then you can focus on P2.
shit, baby. Fuck me. I'll tell you.
That's another reason why
Weak,
Snap shouldn't be
weak,
competitive,
Let's try to-
because
need it right there,
you got 3 hills basically on the
Give me, we
exact
need- we need to
same
refund
side
that
of the
back.
map,
Back.
kind of, pretty much.
In the restaurant.
Even though it's not really on the
Watch out,
same
need to
side
rush
because
out
it's
for
an
you.
arch, so basically like
Stay left, stay left, stay left.
5
stay
and
left, stay
3
left.
are like across from each other, but
There's 2 front.
Reaper's weak.
if the hills
Watch
progressively
out,
like
side time.
move together on the same side, then I actually view that as like
Yeah, we flipped, we flipped, we flipped.
same side.
I'm mid room. Look up pinch.
I pinch, I pinch.
Hardpoint active.
Is that top broken, top broken? I just zipped line, top broken.
Hardpoint locked down.
Yeah, top broken got me.
2 top broken.
Damn, he flew up there?
Really fucking weak.
2 top broken back. We gotta clear this out. I'm trying to-
Wait,
We're
what
getting
the
splits,
fuck?
we're getting
Close
splits.
up some really push down on you, okay? You can play
One's arcade that time. One's half
Time
behind
dead.
you, Dante.
push in this room somewhere, yeah.
You might flank. I don't see this guy.
Finding
Yeah,
P2.
he's-
Am I cooked or
Top
what?
broken, one shot
Oh,
Reaper.
One shot, absolutely.
who are these
One shot, top
guys?
broken.
I'm trying to push it broken.
Who are these guys? Is my question.
He's top broken.
I'm challenging him, so.
Top broken. You can see top broken. I'm trying to go arcade here.
You might trade.
Watch out.
Ah, I was stunned.
Win only
Mm.
on dude.
Yeah.
Arcade hurt, and broken.
And front door.
Arcade in time actually.
He's close left from our front door.
I would trip you. I want time with the nade.
I'm trying close, I'm looking close.
I don't want to hear anyone in the comments like, "Wow, Cloud9 lost a bunch of randoms." I mean,
And what's our on our
everyone's
fucking room?
actual like first time playing this in a fucking 4v4,
Yeah, I spawned out as well.
Yeah, there's two
and
there.
it's just a horrible
Is it best of
map.
three?
Mid door, two there.
Yeah, it is.
Close right.
Hardpoint is active.
One more from the back, I'm trying back up.
Hold
What's
on.
P1? 2 and 3 P1 now.
I'm in the back.
P1
Like
up,
these
P1
kids
up.
I'm living right now.
kind of look like they played it a bit, but not really.
I think I see he's in the back.
It's a walking bridge.
One thing yellow archer. One in front of the back.
They got a deep spot there.
Captured the hardpoint.
Yeah, we just messed up that one boat hill when we pushed out.
That was me, as well, 'cause I just spun out P1.
Yeah, and the one P2. Kyle, you just ran. We literally spawned
Nah,
back
yeah,
in,
yeah.
ran and died, and then we spawned out.
Yeah, I just spun out so fast, I didn't really do that fast. That was bad.
I also feel like what the play is to do is on that P1 where if we're gonna fight for that broken side, we need to go deep right, like the statue, and go up the zip line,
Yeah.
or go deep and just flank
That
super
hop up
deep.
was shock, that hop up was shock.
Or either you double arcade and then once you get arcade control, you just flank to the left, like flank the bridge archers.
Realistically, you have to like slow break that hill, real talk. Like
Yeah,
just
so
for
that's
so
exactly
through.
what he did.
That hill like flooding is just dog shit.
I mean, even on that fucking statue hill too, I feel like we're so fucking,
Going to host.
we're so fucking, like we're
Nah,
just
dude,
we're just
one of us
chilling
could
in their
100%
restaurant
hit,
shit.
like a
Just
mid-row.
so annoying.